Looking back is looking forward.
I've been looking at a lot of art lately. It's the beginning of the year, and it's the time we kind of recalculate what we're going to do in our art. And I go back and look at my art, all the things that I've painted throughout my career of over 40 years. And I spend a lot of time on Google, looking at Google Arts and Culture. There's a wonderful video out there that I'm going to give you this link so that you can view it. It will teach you a lot about art, and you'll love all the beautiful art that you can peruse in the background. My name is Cheryl Johnson, and I'm going to share with you my thoughts about art. Looking back at my art, I've noticed that in the beginning I painted much more portraiture and beautiful women's faces. What do you think? Should I go back and start painting faces again? Somewhere a gallery owner told me to start painting more abstracts, which I did, and both have sold well. But perhaps it's time I return to painting beautiful faces. Let me know what you paint and send me some links to your site so we can share our art together. So let's go ahead and look at some of my favorite artists. Particularly women artists, because I'm kind of attracted to them the most. I love Joan Mitchell and Helen Frankenthaler and Georgia O'Keeffe. And I mean, the list goes on for days. I've told you that before. And I love so many different styles of painting. I love realism. I love portraiture, abstraction. I love it all. I love every medium. I love painting in oils and I love watercolor. So there's so much that you can do with art and so many styles that you can create. So I want to share with you my journey and share with you some of my art, some of the paintings that I've completed and sold, some of the paintings that I've lost, and some of the paintings that I'm working on now, and hope that it'll inspire you and encourage you to paint and create. It's all about creativity and emotions and sharing what's inside of you and making sure that every day is filled with passion and joy and a complete sense of self. Art is so individual. You cannot copy anyone else's style. You can only be your unique self. So, as you start your art career, or if you're a professional artist, and you have been painting for many years and have experimented with many different styles, well, perhaps it's time to get out a different brush or a different type of medium or a different type of paint and expand your skills and ability. This is the year for exploration, for creativity, for individuality. I encourage you to try new things. I encourage you to experiment with many different styles and techniques. Here I'm simply using watercolor on an existing painting that I did pour painting or color field painting on, and I wanted to add a little bit more texture and a little bit more intense colors in certain areas. Many of you asked for more videos showing where I'm actually painting and the process of which I completed when doing a specific style of painting. So I've gone back in the archives and I found those old clips. So don't be confused by the different hairstyles and the different body weight. I am going to show you the technique because hopefully it'll help you to be brave and to explore and to experiment and try something new. That's what this new year should be about. Experimenting, finding those things that give you pleasure and joy. So no matter what your age is, make sure you try new things. Expand your painting vocabulary. I really love color, and I always use a color wheel to help me as I pick my different shades of color. Here I simply have created a plethora of oil paints that are mixed with my special medium so that they're available at any time. So if I want to add a certain color onto the painting, I have it already pre-mixed. So that's my tip for you today. Pre-mix some colors. And don't forget to try different brushes and different types of materials. I like all types of brushes, ferrules and fan tips, and I'm going to give a link below to a few of my brushes that I prefer.
And I'm going to continue throughout the coming year to share with you my techniques of painting. So if you enjoy these behind-the-scene glimpses into the archives, please make a comment below so I look for more of them. I probably have many videos out there that I've never used or shared.
So join me on this journey and make sure that you comment and ask questions and subscribe. It means so much to me. And I look forward to discussing with you more things about art in this coming year. I love food and cooking, and I have a few videos on that. And I love gardening and I love painting. And so I have kind of a mishmash of art on my YouTube site and Instagram site and social media, and of course my website, which I'm constantly updating. So stay with me. Take the time to scroll around and find a chapter that you find interesting. I'm going to share little tidbits about color. Maybe you have thought of painting abstract paintings. Well, let's first start thinking about color. Colors can be used to strengthen the composition of your painting. For example, you can use complementary colors to create contrast and visual interest, or you can use analogous colors to create a sense of harmony and unity. By carefully selecting colors, you can create a visual hierarchy with your paintings. Brighter, more saturated colors will naturally draw the viewer's eye, while softer, more muted colors can reduce or recede into the background. This helps you guide the viewer's focus and create a sense of depth. As an artist, when I am painting, I am constantly thinking in the back of my mind about what colors go well together. I create desired hues and values by adding darks or lights, and I use complementary colors to cause your eye to move. Do you like nature? I do. If you want to paint like this, or perhaps like this, or perhaps you like realism and you want to paint like this, maybe you're into abstract, or you like to do detail work. Whatever you like to paint, I know I can help you. And this is a reminder, I have another site called artlessonsnow.com. On this site, you'll see different paintings that you will be able to purchase the lesson at a very reasonable price. Check it out. I've created several different styles of painting, from watercolor to gouache, and I've even written 2 ebooks, which are great, that you can download and learn all about values and color. And I'm talking reasonable. You really need to check it out if you haven't. That's artlessonsnow.com. So please check out my art lessons if you want to learn to paint or improve your skills or learn to paint one of these styles. And if you're an art collector or an interior designer and you want a commission of a particular type of painting, believe me, I am so blessed and highly favored, I probably can paint it in the style you want. I just completed this large commission for the Kane Art Center in Cornelius, North Carolina. Very large painting. So please contact me if you'd like to commission me to do a painting. I love so many different kinds of painting. I even love plein air painting. I live in North Carolina, and this happens to be at Chimney Rock, which is close to Asheville. And if you have an opportunity to come up to North Carolina, I really encourage you to do so. It's a beautiful place and a great place to be inspired. Painting in plein air is a wonderful opportunity to explore your creativity. You can be in nature and mix and create and develop unique experiences for yourself. Here I'm doing an underpainting in order to just lay a ground before I start to lay in the impressions of the nature that is surrounding me. You can paint anything that you want to. You just have to trust yourself and trust your own abilities. Get out there and give it a try. You'll be so glad you did. Whatever you like to paint, I know I can help you. So there's so much that you can do with art and so many styles that you can create. So I want to share with you my journey and share with you some of my art, some of the paintings that I've completed and sold, some of the paintings that I've lost, and some of the paintings that I'm working on now, and hope that it'll inspire you and encourage you to paint and create. It's all about creativity and emotions and sharing what's inside of you and making sure that every day is filled with passion and joy and a complete sense of self. Art is so individual. You cannot copy anyone else's style. You can only be your unique self. So, as you start your art career, or if you're a professional artist or a senior artist and you have that silver fox look,
So if you're really brave and if you're curious, go out to my website, CherylJohnsonArtist.com. I'll put a link out there and share with you glimpses of this self-portrait I did a couple years ago. It'll share with you how old I am. So if you really want to know about a silver fox firsthand, go out to CherylJohnsonArtist.com and check out my self-portrait. It was really fun completing.
and don't forget, I have out on my Art Lessons Now site my PDF book that you can order, 223 pages of really valuable information.
I believe values are more important than color.
So go out and get that book. You'll be glad you did, and you can save it and use it forever.
Thank you so much for joining me. And remember to pursue your passions and have more joy every day. Looking back is looking forward.